Hello friends, welcome to UGPG Mathematics. In this video, we are going to see some questions from real analysis. So let's start. Here we have given a function f of x is equal to sine of 1 by x where x is non-zero, and for x equal to 0 it is equal to 0. So the function is defined like this, and we have to check whether this function is continuous at point x is equal to 0. So this is our question. Now just note that whenever we have x not 0, 1 upon x is continuous, and sine of 1 upon x is just composition of two continuous functions, so it is continuous. So the only question is about the function f of x is continuous at x is equal to 0 or not, right? So how to check the continuity of this function? So there is important criteria called sequential criteria to check the continuity. What is that? If we have a sequence xn converges to a, then f of xn converges to f of a, right? Then in this case we say that the function is continuous at point x is equal to a, right? So we will use this to check the function is continuous at x is equal to 0 or not. So look at this. Here the point a is just 0, right? So let me take a sequence which converges to 0, right? So take a sequence 7 upon 4n plus 1 times pi by 2, right? Now as n tends to infinity, this tends to 0, right? So I have a sequence xn which converges to 0. Now look at the function f of xn. So f of xn is just equal to sine of 1 upon xn, which is just equal to sine of this, which is just equal to sine of 4n plus 1 times pi by 2, right? And we know that this value is just constant 1, so it converges to 1, right? So f of xn converges to 1, right? Now what is f of 0? F of 0 is just 0, and clearly 1 is not equal to 0, which is f of 0, right? So we have a sequence xn converges to 0, but f of xn does not converge to f of 0, right? So by this criteria we have the function f of x is not continuous at x is equal to 0, right? Now the natural question arises that what if we put 1 instead of this 0? Might think that if we replace this 0 by 1, then the function becomes continuous, right? So let us change this 0 to be 1. So we have the function sine 1 by x, x not equal to 0, and for x is equal to 0, let us put the function to be 1, right? Then also the function is not continuous. Why? Because if we take a sequence, say yn is equal to 1 upon n pi, then clearly this sequence converges to 0 as n tends to infinity. And what is g of yn? G of yn is just equal to sine of n pi, which is just 0, which converges to 0, right? Now g of yn converges to 0, and clearly this is not equal to 1, which is g of 0, right? So we have a sequence yn converges to 0, but g of yn does not converge to g of 0. So here the function is not continuous at this x is equal to 0. That means not continuous at x is equal to 0, right? So this function sine of 1 by x is not continuous at x is equal to 0, right? In both the cases. So even if you take any value for x is equal to 0, then also this function is not continuous at x is equal to 0. Why? Because we have two sequences xn and yn, both converges to 0, right? But f of xn and f of yn converges to different values, right? 0, here it is 1, here it is 0. So the limiting values are not same. So this function f of x is not continuous at x is equal to 0. Now what if we change this function as x times sine 1 by x? Is this function continuous at x is equal to 0? So let's check it. So what is the definition of continuity? Limit as x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. Then we say that this function is continuous at point x is equal to a, right? Now look at this function x times sine 1 by x. This sine 1 by x is continuous for x not 0. X is continuous function, so the product is continuous function for x is not 0. So the only question is about the point x is equal to 0, right? So let us check the continuity at x is equal to 0. So we just have to check whether this limit is equal to f of 0 or not, right? Now find out this limit. So limit as x tends to 0 of sine 1 by x times x is equal to, what is the limit of this function? So for this we need Quiz theorem, right? So or sandwich theorem. So we know that sine of 1 by x modulus is less equal 1, right? So what is the meaning of this? Minus 1 is less equal sine 1 by x is less equal 1. Now we want x here. So multiply by x, x and x here, right? Now take the limit as x tends to 0. So limit x tends to 0 minus x is less equal limit x tends to 0 of x times sine 1 by x less equal limit x tends to 0 of x, right? Now this is 0, this is 0. So by sandwich theorem or squeeze theorem, this is just, so this limit is just 0, right? So we have this limit is equal to 0 and which is equal to f of 0, right? So this function is continuous at x is equal to 0. So this function is continuous for all x belongs to R. Suppose we change this 0 by some alpha where this alpha is not 0, then clearly this function is not continuous at x is equal to 0, because we have this limit is equal to 0 but which is not equal to alpha where this alpha is f of 0, right? So this function is not continuous at x is equal to 0 if we change that value at x is equal to 0 to be alpha where alpha is not 0. Let us solve next question. We have given a function from closed interval 0, 10 to closed interval 0, 10 which is continuous function, and the first option is f need not have fixed point, then second is f has at least 10 fixed points, then third is f has at least 9 fixed points, and last is f has at least 1 fixed point. We can answer this question by using just a theorem which is called fixed point theorem. So what is the theorem? Let me state it. So if we have a function f from closed interval ab to itself which is a continuous function, then f has at least 1 fixed point. So there is nothing special about this interval closed 0 to 10. We can take any interval AB, then this function has at least 1 fixed point. So this fourth option is correct. But let me prove this result. So how to prove this? Let us first recall what is fixed point. So fixed point means if we have some x such that f of x is equal to x, then this x is called a fixed point of the function f, right? So we just have to prove the existence of this. So here the interval is from AB to AB, right? So if we have f of a is equal to a or f of b is equal to b, then we are done, right? In this case a is fixed point, and if we have f of b equal to b, then b is fixed point. But if we do not have f of a equal to a and f of b is not equal to b, then we are in this case, right? So let us consider a function f of x minus x, call it as say gx, and this g is a function from closed interval ab to r, right? Now f of x is continuous, we know that x is continuous function, so g is continuous function, right? A is less equal, f of x is less equal b, right? Because the range is just closed interval ab, so from here we have this f of x is in between a and b, right? So a is less equal f of a, f of b is less equal b, right? Because the range is in just between ab. So for this point, now f of a minus a is greater or equal 0 and f of b minus b is less equal 0, right? Now we know that we have this case, right? F of a is not equal to a, so f of a minus a is not equal to 0, so this is strictly greater than 0. Similarly, f of b is not equal to b, so f of b minus b is strictly less than 0, right? But what is this? This is just g of a and this is g of b, right? So we have g is a continuous function such that g of a is greater than 0 and g of b is less than 0, right? That means what? G of b is less than 0 is less than g of a, right? And g is a continuous function, so by intermediate value theorem there exists some point x naught in open AB such that g of x naught is equal to 0, right? But what is g of x naught? This is just equal to f of x naught minus x naught, right? And this is 0, so we have f of x naught is equal to x naught, right? That means what? X naught is a fixed point of the function f of x, and this x naught is in open AB, right? So whenever we have a continuous function f from closed interval AB to itself, then this function has at least one fixed point, right? So this fourth option is the correct option. Now look at this first option. This says that f need not have fixed point. So what is the counter example for this? So it has fixed point means what? We can just take some function, say f of x, like this, a to b. Then f of x is equal to x means what? The graph of f of x must intersect the graph of y is equal to x, right? So that means this is our function y is equal to x and this is our y is equal to f of x, right? So where this function intersect this line x, we call this point to be fixed point of the function f of x, right? So from this we can just take the function, say y is equal to x, this line, and f of x is equal to x. Take f of x is equal to x. The interval is 0 to 10, right? So we have infinitely many, or we can say that uncountably many points here such that f of x is equal to x. So this does not have fixed point is not true, right? Now similarly, if we take some function f to be, say, a constant function, say this is our line, say y is equal to 2. Then take a function f of x is equal to a constant function 2. This is the line y is equal to x. So this line intersect this function just in one point, right? So here the fixed point is just this point. So the function f of x is equal to 2 has just one fixed point, right? So this is also not true because this says that it has at least 10 fixed point. Similarly, at least 9 fixed point, this is also not true. So whenever you have any function from closed interval AB to closed interval AB and which is continuous, continuity is important, then it has at least one fixed point. I hope you like this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if you find this useful. Thank you.